Dude, I got some beef with some of the voting that's been going on though. I feel like I've been putting out heat, and
so you're not wrong. Let's go through. So round one was covers, which you came in at round two.
At three was
three.
my
Okay,
first one. Yeah,
covers was fine. Everyone put a cover down. It's kind of hard to debate that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I put two covers that I didn't think were going to get points, and they actually finished pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Two, guilty pleasures pissed me off.
Yes,
it pissed me off because Wannabe is just a popular song. Like Everybody by Backstreet Boys is just a popular song. 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton is only a guilty pleasure because of white chicks. Like Dark Horse Katy Perry, sure.
Yeah, but Dark Horse I don't think is a guilty pleasure. I think everyone on earth loves Dark Horse.
Well, okay, so the girl that I've been talking to, she said, I fucking hate that song. And I was like, maybe it's a guilty pleasure that you hate it.
Yeah.
Like Glamorous by Fergie, I put because I know all the words to it, but I don't tell people I know it.
So the one that I think I tweeted it. The one that I would have put in, Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis, I think is a perfect pick for that. Because that's not an everyday song that people just sing, and I know every single word to that song, and I will belt it every time. But
my issue with Pump Me Up was that I only gave two because it's Childish Gambino. That's not like it's okay. I guess it is a gym song. I like it. It's good.
That's not a gym song, dude. That's not a gym song.
You gave it two though.
I know, and it's because some of the other songs I was like, okay, like I was.
Prayer of the Refugee was an easy second place. Like I picked that one because I was like, everyone loves Rise Against.
That was definitely a good pick.
Let's see, where'd you come? I thought you put the Tommy Trumpets one at first. No. Heads Will Roll.
Yeah.
Chick was mad that one didn't get more.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. Like that one is the definition of like trying to get pumped up. Like
the music league is great. Did you voted? Yeah. So what was your picks for?
I kind of
I can read through. This current round was earworms. Yep. So songs that are in your head. My first one was the Reading Rainbow theme song.
Hilarious. Yeah, that
and it sits in your head.
Yeah, legendary.
Vo was mad because Vo wrote it and it couldn't go for it. The other one I almost put Never Gonna Give You Up, and I'm glad I didn't because that one didn't finish too well so far. I was Knock Knock by Mac Miller.
So that was a good one. I don't know why TGIF wasn't getting more love. Last Friday Night by Katy Perry.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not something like I don't know. It is. It sits there. It's a radio play.
Yeah,
I think people just in this group chat have proven they just don't like Katy Perry.
I guess, yeah. And then so the other one I had was A Punk by Vampire Weekend.
That is getting so destroyed for no. That was a.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was like, that gets like the most I'll give is 2, and like it has to be good to get 2 from me. Like I think Midnight City got 2 from me, but I gave that one a 1 because I was like, that's a perfect. A Punk by Vampire Weekend is in earworms.
Yeah, like. Everyone knows that. Even if you don't know the name to that song, you know that song.
This is turning into what Apples to Apples became. You're not given the best answer.
Yeah.
You're saying which one will make the most amount of people say yes.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Smalls back again on another edition of The Vault, the weekly show from Thoughts from the Bench that takes a look back at some of the best and worst jerseys in sports. Unfortunately, my boy Benny Buckets is not with us this week. He is on vacation, well-deserved vacation there. But I'm bringing him back into the fold. He has filled in for Benny in the past already. Mr. Deke Whiten, how's it go, man? Welcome back.
Good. I'm glad that I was, and I'm just going to say this because you can't. You're already laughing. Nice. I'm glad that I was the first person you asked to fill in for Benny, despite the other 6 people you named. It feels good. It feels good to be the one. You know what I mean?
Hey, the best ability is availability, right? And
that's what it is, baby.
Denny Elsass and Dre. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I tried bringing them into the fold.
And
You were the only...
and Benny, you're gonna take a non-sanctioned paid time off. Did Chip even sign up? Like, did Chip approve this?
Well,
Chip?
yeah.
What are we running here, Chip? What kind of ship is this?
Well, I don't know. Ben did say that whenever he goes down to Nashville, he wants to see you and start talking salary.
When is he coming out of Nashville?
I guess sometime in it was news to me too. I don't know, sometime in July.
Here's what I'll say: 2 things. 1, on a real note, everyone is welcome. 2, I have very, very slim office hours, so he's going to need to be in my office from give or take 3:04 a.m. to 4:10 a.m. is when I talk salary negotiations. Only on Tuesdays.
Oh wow, only on Tuesdays. So not even a Saturday.
I'm a very
Sunday
busy
morning.
Man. Smalls.
Huh?
Very busy man.
You say that, and I want to get into this too because I'm not gonna go. You know, last time you got on.
I say that.
No, last time you came on, we talked about more TFTB stuff. I don't want to dive as much into that because people have already heard that. I want to pick some beef with you and like half my other friends that. They're not in the city of Pittsburgh anymore or soon to be moving away as soon as I come back. I leave for 3 years, and I come back. You're not here. I have, like, 3 other friends that are currently in the middle of, like, a move.
Yeah.
Everyone's ditching me, dude. What
well,
the
you
hell?
didn't get the memo. We stay and then move and then come back. You, if we're going to spin zone this, left us.
No.
Letting us know that you can leave and still be okay. You are the reason everyone's moving away. You're a motivation. You are the people's champion, and you're the reason everyone says, wow, I think I can move away and then come back just like Smalls. So
I don't think
I'd look in the mirror.
That.
I'd look in the mirror, buddy. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I don't think anyone is actually thinking that.
Placebo. That sounds like a word that could fit there.
I don't think that's how that's used.
I don't think it isn't. Just did. Every word's made up. It's all right.
It's all right. Well, regardless, how is Nashville? I don't think we actually really we've talked about it on this show before.
So. No, not on this show. Just on every show that I force it onto at this point. Very good. Parents came down this weekend. My brother got bodied by the hottest flavor of chicken. Bodied. And here's the thing. I wouldn't bring this up if he didn't continuously tell me how many spicy bird on the run sandwiches he can eat. Because I'm like, brother, there's spicy, there's Nashville hot, and they are not the same. Like, that's like saying, well, I had chicken, so bald eagle must taste good.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're birds, bro, but no, they are not the same bird.
No. Okay, so what's your go-to Nashville hot chicken place?
So I like a couple places. I do like Hattie B's. It's commercial.
Hattie B's is great.
My favorite that I've had is probably Prince's in Assembly Hall, but we took him to Party Foul. And he got bodied by Party Foul. My favorite chicken, though, I just found out is at a place called Puckett's. They do. It's probably, my dad said that was the best meal he's had out since coming down 3 times. Giant half bird roasted. It's the best chicken I've ever had. So Votash and his family are coming down next week. I'm gonna tell him to get over to Puckett's.
Nice. No, yeah, that. So I think when me and Jess went down, we hit Hattie B's. I'm pretty sure.
You have to.
Yeah,
everyone down here, they call it cliche down here because it's like. It is the commercialized hot chicken place.
Sure.
I ate half of a chicken link from the hottest at Hattie B's, bodied. But I don't like spice, so I knew I was going to get bodied.
Yeah. So definitely not on the same playing field. What I will ask, though, have you ever had the hot sauce from Zaxby's now that you're in the Southeast?
No. So I went to Zaxby's. I was super the chicken was gross, is how I'll word it. The sauce was amazing.
Yep. So the hot sauce, I'm talking like the hot sauce.
Okay.
Not just the normal. They have a few different ones that you can choose. The hot sauce, literally, I saw put a grown man that has handled much harder things that I could ever handle. It put that man in tears.
I believe that.
Like, I don't know what it is about that Zaxby's sauce, but, like, it fucking annihilated him.
That trucks.
So, yeah. Zaxby's is good, though. I don't mind Zaxby's. You must have just had a bad batch.
I think I just had a bad day, yeah. It was like, when you get chicken nuggets and you take a bite into it and you're just like, I got, like, I don't want to, like, say, like, an artery because that's not correct. But you get and it just turns you off from the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But I'd give it another shot.
Yeah. No, Now, do you have Cookout near you?
Cookout is down here. I have not gone to Cookout yet. My buddy at work just found out about Cookout and loves the quesadillas and stuff. You can get everything at Cookout.
Oh, you can get everything. It is the hangover spot, no question.
Yeah.
You can get it. What my go-to is always a plate of barbecue and like curly fries for like $4. It's like
Makes
a
no sense.
platter of barbecue pork. It was awesome.
Makes no sense. I love it.
Yeah. No, but like, and I lived like a block away from a Cookout when I was in Atlanta, and it was a staple that summer.
Have you gone to Jay Goff's yet?
Not yet. I have not. Well, I've either been alone.
Oh, I love drinking alone.
I like drinking alone. I don't want. So I don't like being that guy at the bar alone. I'll say
that's
that.
Okay. So here's Spin Zone again. That's how I know all my favorite places down here. First month, I thrive. Like now, obviously, I have a really good friend group. I always have options to hang out with people. The first month down here, I was literally like, I'm gassed to not know anybody because I have no obligations, and I'm going to spend the first month going and trying new places and sitting at the bar. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, my problem is I'm the most awkward man on earth, and even if someone tried to start a conversation with me, I'd pretty much cut it off right there. So I would be that asshole just on. I just don't like talking to people that I don't know. It takes
But they have a TV there. You got the
personality.
game on. Bring your phone. There is no shame in sitting at the bar, scrolling on your phone, enjoying a drink, and then going home.
All right.
Love it.
Now that Jess is here, I know that we'll hit Jay Goff's.
Good.
So
it's a great spot.
It's definitely on the docket.
Jay Goff's, Independent Brewing, and I think it's called Hidden Harbor. Those are the three spots you got to see.
Hidden Harbor. Okay. So I've hit 2 breweries already.
Which ones?
Fathead, obviously.
Yep.
That's a great one. And then what's the other one? There was one. It wasn't in Lawrenceville.
Oh no. Keep going.
Millvale, maybe. Oh man, that's good.
Grist?
Huh?
Grist?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. My laptop battery sucks shows, and so I had the match on. Grist House. Boyd lives right by there. Unbelievable beer, unbelievable place.
Really good.
Once I get that inside, that
yeah,
little
they're
building
building
on
it
the
out
side,
right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm trying to hit because I always see the brewery the brewery reviews that you guys were doing, and I was
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is just popping off with breweries more than I ever knew. Like growing up here, I had no idea that Pittsburgh was such a scene for that. More so than pretty much everywhere else I've been. Like I don't think DC had that many. Honestly, Atlanta maybe close, but still like Pittsburgh is like it's popping off as far as breweries go.
And they're all super niche in a good way. Like down here, I could tell you which breweries has the best hazy or the best Belgian or the best IPA. Like I know the styles, but all of them are pretty big. In Pittsburgh, you can find a hole in the wall brewery where they're like, all we do is sell to go beer, and it's like this is sick. So agreed.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to work my way around there. But only other thing I really wanted to talk about real quick was what are your thoughts on Celtics Warriors?
I think it's nice to see two teams that were almost completely drafted make their way there. It's crazy to go back and think about the Boston trade with the Nets that got them Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I think that's amazing. The other end of it, though, I do understand how good the Celtics are defensively. I absolutely see the Warriors getting their title.
It's unfortunate. I'm torn. I think it's going 7 just because I think we're scrappy enough. I think the Celtics are scrappy enough to push it to 7. The question, really the issue is the Celtics were real streaky, and the Warriors are not.
When they're bad, they're not good.
Yeah.
When the Celtics are good, I don't know if the Warriors, on defense and offense, that's when it'll go to 7.
Yep.
If the Celtics don't show up one night, it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. But yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. Me and Benny were pinned against each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. So it was.
Why is he a Heat fan?
He was.
Is he a Buckets fan and then, like, he's a James Buckets fan?
That is probably part of it. I know he's always been a Butler fan, but I think I think he actually was probably a fan back in the day when it was just like Wade. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
so
It's a
like
good team to like.
I think he was always just a big D Wade fan.
Nice.
So, but yeah, we were texting back and forth the whole time. It was, dude, the refs in that series were garbage. Both
Yeah,
ways.
it
Both
was
ways.
gross. It's like sucks because you don't want to blame the ref because they're human as well, but at the same time, dude, it's the fucking NBA finals. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, this is the highest level you could do it, and you're just terrible.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of questionable calls. Like, to the point even where I was like, as a Celtics fan, when we got a call, I was like, dude, what was that?
Yep.
Like, I'm glad we got it, but like, what? Also, fuck Max Strus. Max Strus is my least favorite player in the NBA. Fuck
Really?
that guy. He just has a hateable face, dude. And I know I'm the only person that probably thinks that, but fuck that guy.
All right, noted. I think he's he's pretty fucking hateable.
He's hateable. Yeah, definitely hateable. All right. Okay, so Deke, before we get started here, just want to let the people know that this week's topic is brought to you by Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is your online training resource for quite literally everything that you need. The bench already has 2 clients with Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is ran by Will Marshall, friend of the show. Actual monetary sponsor of the show now, which is awesome. We're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff with that as well. He really is just the best. He knows exactly what he's doing. He can help you with whatever goals you have, whether that's losing weight, putting on muscle, doesn't really matter. And he'll really do it with whatever schedule and workout equipment that you have to work with. So it's all online, all through your mobile device. It's literally, I can't speak more highly of a trainer. He's a go-to guy to go to. Plus, he's a good dude. So go check out Marshall Fitness. Best time to start is now. You can check him out on Facebook and Instagram, which are listed on the page right there. And Deke, we are doing celebrities in jerseys. This was your idea, and I love it. It was almost like you texted back this topic like right away, and it was like a no-brainer. It was just easy, you know.
It made sense, and so like I actually, when I originally texted you, I have an idea. It was another concept, but I'm fairly certain this was the first episode I was ever on, which was movie jerseys. Maybe not the first episode. I feel like I've been on an episode where you guys have done movie jerseys, but my spin on it was going to be unique sports jerseys, and it was going to be like T-shirts or button-ups and stuff. And I was like, then I thought about me Googling, and I was like, there's no it just didn't feel right. And then for some reason, I think it was one of my picks just popped in my head, and I was like there's a lot of iconic, and we obviously missed a ton because we were only picking 6 here, but like celebrities and jerseys are so funny to me because it's like, hey, that's just a random guy. Look at him. Love it.
Yeah, no, one of your picks like cracks me up just because, I mean, she's awesome. Already by itself, like, I think you might win this one.
She's the one that made me want to do this.
I'm sure. Like, and I get it. This is actually, I think me and Ben we talked about doing this like last year, and it was just, we've had other topics that have come up that honestly this was just on the back burner. But I'm glad this came up again, and just because it's almost, I don't want to say it's a quick hitter, but it's one where you can talk about so much more than just the jerseys. That I think it
the moment, the atmosphere, the purpose of it. And it also is an easy one because if you put it past going and attending a sporting event, celebrities have made jerseys a part of culture. So this is a topic where people, like almost everyone has an opinion on this. Whereas like if I would have tossed up basketball jerseys from the 70s, it's a little tough for people to dive into. But when we're talking about your favorite celebrities rocking jerseys, everyone knows an iconic moment where their favorite celebrity wore it as a fashion outfit, whatever it is. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, and Deke, are you drinking anything tonight before we get started?
I am, buddy. It is the Black Abbey, a client of mine at my work. They're 5 points, which is their traditional IPA. Nico left one after the weekend, so crack that bad boy open. What about you, bud?
Nice. Believe it or not, I'm drinking a can of wine over here, sparkling wine, a little Pinot Grigio, Crafters Union. So, yeah, switching it up.
Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, Pinot Grigio. That's what we call it over here. Yeah, honestly, I just didn't have any beer in the fridge. I got some whiskey on the side too. But dude, these things 12%. They'll knock you on your ass a little bit. So
Or like a
it's
wine
quick.
heater,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey.
No, no. Always. I actually gave up beer for a minute there. So there's these things down here. I don't know if you had them in Atlanta. They're called ranch water, but not like the drink. There's a
Mm,
cocktail ranch water, and then there's beers that have like Topo Chico has a ranch water flavor. This is
mm.
the brand ranch water,
I've seen
and
that. Yeah.
so their spicy one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
No.
no, no. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Mm,
really?
mwah. I have only been drinking that for a while now, and it like is just spicy enough that you're like, ooh, and then go, ah. Ooh, ah. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Damn. So I've seen ads for it, and it's only the only guy that I ever see like promoting it is, and this is a poll, but it's the one random dude from Yellowstone. He's
Oh
like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
prisoner from Yellowstone, and I'm like, is that guy? Is that
That's that guy.
it's a
That's
fucking
that
prisoner
guy.
from Yellowstone?
Is that that dude? Yeah, that's that dude.
And like, I mean, what else could he fucking promote? Like, he's a cowboy. That's what he plays in the
Yep.
show, and that's the guy promoting it. So, anyway, Deke, what do you got for pick one?
Pick one. This is the I forget the H stands for, and I sent these in this morning. The
Humboldt.
Broncos. So, what is it?
Humboldt.
Humboldt
Yep, it's
Broncos.
on the screen right there. So, can you see the screen?
I can. I was just not going to try to pronounce that name.
All right.
There's a lot of L's, a lot of D's, a lot of T's. The Humboldt Broncos. That is the hockey team in Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong, Smalls. That they were on the bus.
Yep.
I think all of them except two died. They were a
Mm-hmm.
younger minor league hockey. So, but they were up towards Toronto way. So Drake wore their jersey to a Toronto Raptors. It was amazing. It was a massive story. So when I started looking up celebrity jerseys while still in bed, setting the topic, I love this one. Drake, notably synonymous with the Toronto Raptors jersey, which I think for obvious reasons, he's the fan engagement ambassador, whatever, part owner, all that stuff. But for him to go out and wear the Broncos jersey, I think that symbolized one, it was a massive sports story and everyone still talks about it, or at least you see that H and but it was a cool moment. And for him to wear it to a Raptors game where he normally wears his Raptors in OVO gear was big.
Yeah, no, the Humboldt Broncos, I remember this happening. This was like, first of all, it pretty much brought together the entire hockey community.
Yes.
Whether you were, no matter which side of the border you were on, U.S. or Canada, you knew about the story. And if you were a hockey fan, you were on board. I mean, that's tragedy, 100%. I mean,
Yes.
it was, I think it was a juniors team. I actually don't even know how this system works up there. But like, but terrible thing that happened, and it brought together really like the entire country of like Canada too. Like, it was like just a really sad, crazy story that happened, and as cringy as Drake can be, man, this was this was a cool move. So
think about the cringy moments Drake has had in a jersey where it's Kentucky and he
Yep.
wears the whole swim or the tracksuit. You talk about him wearing a bunch of different jerseys through years. The Drake curse was a real thing.
Oh yeah.
But this was cool and this was well done by Drake.
Yeah, not bad. All right, I'm gonna go to my first pick.
I love this one.
Yeah, this one's great. So, with the Red Sox, so there are actually a lot of stars that could be synonymous with the Red Sox. I'm going with really the guy that, in my opinion, he is the most Boston guy out there, and that's Mark Wahlberg, period. Like, he's the guy that, well, first of all, he was in Patriots Day, the most Boston movie I think I've ever seen.
More than The Departed?
More than The Departed because it's based on a true story. So that's what I'll say about that. But he's really is just like a straight up Boston guy. And I know his main team's the Patriots. His number 2 is definitely the Red Sox. And I mean, not only is the Red Sox jersey like timeless, it really is. It's one of my favorite looks in baseball, period. Just mostly because of the lettering and it's always just crisp. But dude, Marky Mark's Marky Mark. Marky Mark,
Yes.
almost everything he does, it's good. With
He's
the
one of
exception
the
of a few things.
He's one of those actors that like every role is him, but that's not a bad thing. Like in The Other Guys, that's the Mark Wahlberg. In Pain and Gain, that's Mark Wahlberg. Like in Transformers, fictional, but that's Mark Wahlberg, and it's super cool. And I mean, Ted, that's just Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Like I love Entourage, that's just Mark Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like a thing where I get tired of it. Like he's in a movie, I'm like, I'm gonna go see that movie because he is a guy that you want to get a beer with. Like you said, the lettering is what gets me on the X for Red Sox. Yep. They always talk about the pinstripes in the Yankees uniforms. The Red Sox, uniform, almost as synonymous, and it's crispy.
Yeah. It's funny that you bring up Mark Wahlberg only playing Mark Wahlberg, because I don't know if you saw any of the clips that me and Ben put out from last week's episode. We were talking about so it was a crazy chain of events where it started with us.
Is this about Jesus or something?
No, that was Shut Up Bible Man. That was
no,
that was the first go round, first live show. Last week we started off talking about Rashard Mendenhall pooping in his ex-girlfriend's laundry, which led to Amber Heard, which led to Johnny Depp being he has a wide range of roles, which led to Benny, I don't even know where the transition happened, but we started talking about, it was Amber Heard, Johnny Depp turned into us talking about the OJ case, because people were saying that this case is as big as OJ, and it clearly isn't.
Yeah, which I got issues. Somebody tweeted out, "Is this white people's OJ?" And I was like, "No,
not even close to OJ." Was OJ, dude.
I tweeted a picture of OJ running, and then Johnny Depp running from Pirates of the Caribbean, and I said, "I guess, like maybe."
But and then we started talking about the OJ show on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
that turned us into talking about David Schwimmer, who was in that show. That turned us into talking about David Schwimmer only playing himself, and then that also parlayed into Denzel Washington and Matthew McConaughey all playing themselves in movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think that almost Vince Vaughn himself, he's Vince Vaughn, man.
Is it bad though? I don't think so.
Not at all. You watch the movie because that's who they are.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Denzel. I mean, Denzel Washington plays Denzel Washington in every movie that he's in, but it's still great on screen. He kills it every time. Same thing with McConaughey, period.
There's the movies like Ted and we just ran for Mark Wahlberg that he's just going to be himself. But then there's the actors like Bradley Cooper who take on the country singer and take on Rocket and take on the maestro and take on Hangover, and they go massively through this gap of who they are, it's just two different types of people. It just depends who you want to be.
Also, dude, fuck Bradley Cooper, and I'll tell you why. I'm not the first guy to have this take. It's more of a jealousy thing. How the fuck can that guy be so goddamn good looking and such a good big time actor, and then all of a sudden he just learns how to sing like that for A Star Is Born? All of a sudden he can just he just taught himself how to sing in a few months, and he was a great singer. Fuck that guy.
I have a theory though. Yeah. I think that everyone can sing.
I disagree with that.
I know, but here's why you're wrong and I'm right. Everybody can sing when they're millionaires. If you're a millionaire, you can hire a vocal coach and you can learn pretty quick.
I don't know. I think you can get better. I don't think that it makes you a good singer just because you hire a vocal coach.
If you practice having sex, you're going to get better at sex, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but, dude, a voice is something that you're just born with, you know?
Yeah, with that attitude, you are.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be a professional singer, and I know that because I don't have a good voice. Even if I had a vocal
TFTB coach. Karaoke contest coming soon.
No, thank you. I will. I might just... Put me on Colt 45. Maybe I'll kill that. But,
there it is.
Even that, probably not great. Anyway, Marky Mark.
I
thought about... Dude, Damon, I'm not a big Damon guy anymore, even though he is Jason Bourne. I feel like he has been kind of shitty in his movies recently.
Okay, I don't hate that
5 years. Affleck, I just couldn't find him in a Sox jersey. And I really do think that Wahlberg is the Boston guy.
I'd rather you put Wahlberg up there.
And, like, dude, have you seen Patriots Day?
No, not yet.
I would highly recommend it. It's about the Boston Marathon bombing, and Mark Wahlberg plays the main cop, and, like, it is literally about as Boston as it gets. It is pure Boston. After living, like, adjacent to Boston and going up there every other weekend for about a year, it's Boston to a T.
Dope. I love it.
All right. Deke, what do you got for number 2? Of course.
This is the reason that we even are doing this category. It's Selena, or Lena, as you will, on the graphic that I sent you. Apologies. Selena Gomez. Shout out to Lena being back on social media. I love her. Apparently, she's dating The Weeknd or something.
That's crazy.
Which is, shout out to them. She's above humans at a certain level, Selena Gomez. Like, it's one of those people that's always just going to be massively famous no matter what she does. But she also has some bops back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But that Spurs jersey, that Spurs logo, is now synonymous with cool due to Duncan Ginobili Parker being like the iciest threesome ever in the NBA. Like, they aren't. It's like, it's so disrespectful how little shit talking they did, but how much they diced everyone in the NBA. Like, the fact that they would just walk out there and get 65 wins a season is so crazy. Like, it was just like, all right, they're going to be in the finals, or they're going to be in they're going to be in the conference. So Selena Gomez being a Spurs fan, whew.
Yeah. Sheesh. How many championships did the Spurs win? They won at least 3.
Because there was 2 without Kawhi, and then the one where Kawhi got Finals MVP.
Okay. So what, 3 total?
I think so.
Okay. I feel like I know it's at least 3.
They might have like one back in the day with Robinson and Bruce Bowen and shit. But,
but like, even nowadays, even though the Spurs aren't great, because Pop is still there.
Pop is a god.
Yeah, exactly, dude. There is something really cool about the Spurs. Adding on to that, they're the only professional team in San Antonio. So it's like, that's another add to that team that just makes them cool. And they went about it in a way that no one else really has. They talked the least amount of shit. They just went out and won. Period.
There's a bunch of dudes that were silent, kicking the shit out of you.
Yeah, dude. I remember Tony Parker was just icy. He just couldn't miss.
Bro, he was absurd.
Like, and dude, Selena Gomez is bae. I mean,
she's a top 5 candidate for bae, and I think she's not 4 through 2. So
she's one. In other words,
you said it.
I mean, yeah. Trying to think of things that she's ever done wrong. Spring Breakers was pretty tough.
She almost died.
What?
Like, a couple years ago, she had like a disease where that's why she went MIA. She like had some kind of disease where she almost died.
I didn't know that. Did you know that she has a cooking show on, like...
She does now, yeah. She's making a full comeback.
Yeah.
She's on social media. She has this cooking show. She's with The Weeknd. Bro, hold on, I'm going to Google Selena Gomez dead, ?
So, was that the conspiracy?
No, deadass. The lupus. She had lupus.
Oh, shit. That can fuck you up.
The lupus was huge. That happened to me. Then the kidney thing happened. She had kidney failure.
Holy shit.
Bro, yeah. Or I guess it was a kidney transplant to help lupus, and it was infected or something. I mean, deadass, she could have died. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to drink anything. Shit. Oh, that's the chick that gave her the kidney. Oh, that's sad. So Selena Gomez, and the fuck was this post? I don't know what it was, but she has this whole thing about lupus research and all this stuff. But yeah, she almost died.
Damn, dude, I've heard lupus is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not a good word.
No, having lupus. Yeah.
Like, I'm lactose intolerant. That sounds like a very weak illness. Lupus is strong.
Yeah. All right, I have a question. Just spinning off that. So you're lactose intolerant. I'm assuming you still eat cheese every now and then, right?
It's about the consistency of the cheese, Smalls.
So you're not 100%. You're not like as lactose intolerant as you could be.
No, I would say I'm probably 35% on a scale of 0 being not lactose intolerant, 100 being if it touches my skin, I'll die tomorrow. I'm about 30 because like I can eat pizza, I can eat charcuterie boards, I can eat cheese like hard cheese. I can eat cheese on like Chipotle, but queso, ice cream, my body can't digest that stuff. Is how it works. Like milk, my body can't digest it. It just goes.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Interesting. So my reason I ask is,
it's what the people want to hear.
Yeah. And really, I'm curious. Do you ever take lactate?
Yeah.
So you do, and does it help?
You have to take it literally with the first bite, because one time I took it and then waited like an hour and ate an ice cream cake and died and threw up everywhere. It does, but it's just like not enough to make me feel good about it. It's like at a certain point, why am I taking a pill so I can eat this thing that's gonna make me fat?
I mean, dude, if it's melted cheese, anything with melted cheese on it's definitely worth it. I would do that in a heartbeat.
But the fat part, I'm a hefty fellow. I'm like, if I got to take a pill to eat this thing and then I'm not going to work out and it's going to make me fat, it's just a lot of work. I'm going to get sweaty.
No, okay. Well, yeah, I guess the reason I ask is, you remember Tom Bruno?
Yes.
He's also lactose intolerant, and he does not give a shit about being lactose intolerant, and he just goes for it.
Yeah, no, I think every time I think about it, sometimes I will just go for it, but every single time.
He just goes for it, and like, all the time he talks about, if I just took lactate, I'd be fine. And I was like, yeah, why don't you just do that? So I've always
that's a conscious decision. Like, I have to go to the store. I have to buy these pills. I have to carry them with me. I have to have them on me. I get it. It sounds super easy. Totally understandable. It just isn't.
So I'm a big milk guy, personally. Huge
psychopath.
Milk guy. Fair. I get it. I'm the milk god, and I'll go. I am the milk god. But my dad was also grew up drinking a shit ton of milk. He is now lactose intolerant. Now he can't drink it anymore. I'm fearing the day that also happens to me.
Mine hit me because I had a Frappuccino from Starbucks and I was dropping off a high school girlfriend, and I kicked her out and drove home and destroyed everything. Like, kicked her out of the car 2 blocks away because I was like, look, I'm gonna shit everywhere.
That's wild.
Yeah, I felt bad, but not that bad.
Wait, how quickly did it happen?
Like, we got Starbucks, I was driving home, and my stomach just started hurting, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
That's not good.
No, that's how I found out.
All right. Anyway, it's enough about that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Jerseys that make us want to poop.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Snoop Dogg. It's my pick number 2. So I wanted to get Snoop Dogg on here, and I had a few different ideas for Snoop Dogg. I almost went with the Penguins jersey that he wore back in the day, back in the 90s, that was diagonal. Unfortunately, I just picked that last week for a different topic, so didn't want to pick that again. I still think that is the hardest look that anyone has ever had, ever, with just that Penguins jersey worn by Snoop Dogg. However, I wanted to go with USC just to, mix it up a little bit. USC is... I think Snoop Dogg was part of the revolution that was like that 03, 04, 05 USC team, because he was around back when they had all the celebs at the games. They had, and I almost put Will Ferrell on here too, again for USC. But there's something cool about Snoop Dogg where he can literally just do whatever he wants and it sounds cool. All he needs to do is talk. Planet Earth, genius. I like... Whoever thought of that should get $1 million on the spot, because I need Snoop Dogg just saying nature things to me.
The interesting thing, like you said, about this jersey is that Snoop would be on the sideline for practices, which made kids want to go there because it's Snoop Dogg. Tying it back to the Planet Earth.
Planet Earth, yeah.
I think that, Snoop Dogg is one of those guys who has earned the right to do whatever he wants to do at any time. Snoop owns Death Row now. Snoop's in FaZe Clan. Like, he's just a guy. He's just living. Yeah. But this jersey, iconic with him because the moment. This is one of the ones that it's the moment. Like, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush were running shit, and there's celebs everywhere. And Pete Carroll was asking them for autographs too. So
Yep.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, I just love how back in the day, Pete Carroll, he was playing into the whole LA thing. He wanted LA to be a part of USC, so he was encouraging, or I feel like a lot of college coaches would think that that's, almost like a distraction to have all this, all these celebrities on the sidelines. He welcomed it, and he almost he was trying to bring that in so he could get guys like Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. So. And Lindell White, and I'm not going to forget it this time because I forgot it 2 weeks in a row on draft
love
day.
Forgetting his name.
I know, but but yeah, Snoop Dogg, he is the epitome of like LA too. He's just like that West Coast guy that wants to rep USC, and he was one of the main faces of USC back in the day. And I also hate USC like a lot, but like the jerseys I do like how kind of traditional they are. They're very recognizable, iconic, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, had to throw my boy Snoop on here. Plus, dude, he really is a guy that can do whatever he wants. He can literally do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he does no wrong. He's Snoop D-O-double-G, baby.
All right. Actually, what was up with Austin's list of rappers, dude?
So that wasn't Austin. That was Foreigner.
Whatever.
That was Foreigner.
Whack. Bad.
So the one thing I will always add with the rankings court, if you don't watch the show, there's a lot of context as to why they make the rankings they make. The other thing I'll add, I did not watch that episode, so I do not know. But what I do know is that Foreigner's a good guy, took over for rankings court, and he does know rap. He added Nicki because he needed a female. My issue with the list is that it was wrong. That's how I worded it.
Yeah, and that's Nicki Minaj was not the problem on that.
Oh, I know. I just had to.
Nicki Minaj has some bangers for sure. That wasn't the problem. I don't even want to read the list because it's just gonna make me mad. But there were some names that were left off of that were just included on the list, and I'm like, why the fuck would you ever put that in the top 10?
Hold on. I'm gonna now see.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's not like a bad thing. It's just there are some things that come out on Thoughts of the Bench that I have people text me individually and say, "Do you stand by this?" I said, "I stand by their opinion." Yeah. Tupac 1, J. Cole 2, Eminem 3. Okay. Nas 4, DMX 5. DMX should never be in the top 10 rappers. I apologize.
I love DMX, but not on this list.
Nas should not be ahead of Jay-Z. Jay-Z 6. Biggie is at 7, which somebody commented and said any list that doesn't have Biggie in the top 10 is stupid, and Vo said that's why he's at 7. 8, Kendrick Lamar, way too low. 9, Here's the issue with what a lot of people do when they're ranking their favorite rappers. 9 is Royce da 5'9". Royce da 5'9". If this was lyricists,
that's the one. Yeah,
King Los, Royce da 5'9". You'd get some guy like I would argue there's like the Alchemist and stuff. Like there's some guys that are lyrically unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Royce da 5'9" is not in my
that's
opinion,
the one that got
rapper.
Me. Yeah. That's the one that got me. Honestly.
Well, I mean, DMX shouldn't be in there. I like Nas. Nas is fine. I just don't think Nas should be ahead of Jay-Z just due to Jay-Z being Jay-Z. Yep. Notoriously, though, the biggest issue I have with this list is there's no Lil Wayne, who created every rapper after him, whether they want to admit it or not. Lil Wayne is, in my opinion, the most iconic rapper ever due to that fact alone.
Yeah, I agree. I would also, I know he's a crazy man, but dude, I got to throw Kanye's hat in there too, because Kanye.
Yeah, that's tough.
Just because, like, outside of his, last 1 or 2 albums, before that, dude, Kanye was, all he did was put out heat. That's all he did. And, yeah, was he insane? Absolutely. But, like, he was a guy that just knew how to make good music, period.
Yep.
I'm at least glad he put J. Cole in there. He put Tupac and Biggie in there. But, like, and again, Nicki Minaj doesn't even really bother me that much. The Royce da 5'9".
Yeah, that's tough.
Pick was not like the guy that, like, I know him personally. I know him as the Eminem feature.
Bad versus Evil, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I know him from.
I mean, Wayne's probably the biggest name on here that I say, come on, dude. Like Kanye's a big one. The tough thing is rap versus producing, which is fine.
That's fair, but
and I honestly, any list that doesn't have, it's gonna sound bad. Any list that doesn't have Drake on it is tough too, because whether you want to say, dude, whether you want to say he's a rapper, say whatever it is, he is a rapper and he's a top 10 performer, artist, musician, rapper. It's tough. So DMX, Royce the 5'9" out for Drake and Lil Wayne would probably be where I'm going.
Yeah. Lil Wayne's tough because like Lil Wayne defined an entire generation of rap.
You know what, that latex? That I'm sorry, that latex. You should wear that latex. Like it's so good. Everything I mean, from all the Carters to his Sorry for the Wait mixtapes to Green and Yellow, the Packers song off Black and Yellow. Like everything Lil Wayne has ever done is I think Lil Wayne he's one or two in my mind.
Yeah. So I was down in D.C. a few weeks ago, right? And we were at the bar. They had a DJ over. He wasn't taking requests or anything. But the night before, me and the guys that I was with, we were just blasting right above it, right? And it was just kind of stuck in our heads because we hadn't heard it in a while. The group of girls beside us had an iPad and just said they were showing it to the DJ right above it by Lil Wayne. It was the hardest. It was the hardest I've gone at a brunch ever.
Yep.
Because like we were at like a brunch, people were getting drunk, but people aren't like bopping at it, like getting up from, but like the fact that that's the thing. That song right there, right above it by Lil Wayne and Drake. Whatever.
There's too many good Lil Wayne songs.
Yeah.
That's
Lollipop,
the problem.
dude. Lollipop.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, Lollipop, a Millie, like, what's a goon to a goblin? Nothing. He is getting, like, it. I love it. Yep. All right, I'm there.
Anyway, third pick. What do you got?
Vinny! Vince Vaughn, the people's people, the man's man. Vince Vaughn is a human being who wears sports jerseys just like us, Chicago through and through. Big fan of the Blackhawks. I obviously am aware of any kind of negative connotation that goes with the logo, but the Blackhawks are sick. The Blackhawks are a good hockey team. Patty Kane is an electric factory. And Vince Vaughn is just, I mean, if you watch any of his movies, so from Old School to even Couples Retreat, which is the later one, to Wedding Crashers, to The Internship, like his ability to just riff and be witty and funny. And then you look at True Detective, he's one of the coolest humans ever. Like, ever. Dodgeball, iconic. He's one of the guys he plays himself and he's funny, but he's talking like just his ramblings are iconic in these movies.
Oh yeah. No, the amount of lines that I can quote from Wedding Crashers is insane. Like he really is like, now I'm not going to say he's the best comedic actor of all time.
Up there.
He's probably up there, dude. I feel like he's slept on, and it's not until you really think about him. Like once you start thinking about him in movies, you're like, oh yeah, he was in that one too. Like,
yep,
he has a lot of stuff out there.
Did you ever see the SNL skit where Vince Vaughn hosted and they did the Amnesia Center's drama musical night?
Yes. Yeah.
This town's too small. And they're like, line. He goes, what's my line? And like he just, dude, I am obsessed with him in that skit. I'm obsessed with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, no, Vince Vaughn, it's good. I'm looking up some of his other movies. Okay, so Swingers, he's in Starsky and Hutch.
Amazing. Yes, amazing in Starsky and Hutch.
Old School, obviously, Dodgeball is like an all-timer. I have not seen The Breakup. I have not seen that one. I feel like he's directed some stuff, too, that he doesn't star in.
I would believe that.
Which, like, I wish I could find it. But yeah, no, Vince Vaughn is great. And I've never seen it, but the only thing that I've heard bad that he's been in is the new Psycho. They remade Psycho back in like '98. Apparently it's awful. And it's like he is Norman, whatever his name is, Norman Bates.
No way.
But yeah, apparently, I don't know. The jersey though, negative connotation for sure.
Yes.
As much as that sucks, it's kind of a sick logo, dude.
It's sick, and
You
it's the feathers are beautiful. The hatchets on the side logo are crazy, and I instantly think of Patty Kane.
Yep. And Patty Kane. It's same thing with college hockey. North Dakota Sioux have a very similar logo,
yeah,
which is also awesome. I do think there's a difference between this Blackhawks and the Redskins. Whereas, like, Blackhawks were an actual tribe, the Sioux were an actual tribe. So, like, almost like the Florida State Seminoles.
Yep.
They were an actual tribe. So, I do think there's a little bit of a difference. But, yeah, I mean, the Blackhawks logo, I think, it's going to live on for a long time. So,
I agree. It's too good for it to go anywhere else. Like, it's an amazing logo.
Yep, Patty Kane and Johnny Tays, dude. Like, one of the best hockey teams we'll see in a long time. All right. Go to my last pick. All right. This one, it's a little heavy, but I'm going to go Mac Miller, Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, being a hometown kid, Mac Miller still is one of my favorite artists. Rest in peace. Obviously, he is the GOAT. He is the first concert that I ever saw live. Like, everything about Mac Miller I loved. What I loved even more was the fact that he embodied the city of Pittsburgh and was proud that he embodied the city of Pittsburgh almost more than any other artist or celebrity out there. He lived and breathed Pittsburgh, whether you listen to his music, saw him on the sideline during Steelers games.
Yep.
Like, he was the Pittsburgh guy through and through, and he talked about it nonstop about how proud he was to be from Pittsburgh. The clip of him being so ecstatic to be able to meet Bob Pompiani is crazy.
Yep.
That is, like, about as yinzer as it gets. And
I love it.
There was just something so cool about seeing Mac just love Pittsburgh more. And Joe Manganiello, obviously, I would say is probably, like,
he was the name I was going to bring
thing.
up that's very close to it, but Mac is different.
100%. Just because Mac, with what he did for a living, like, with the songs that he put out, he mentioned Pittsburgh a lot. Like, he was very proud to be from Pittsburgh.
It's tough. Like, I think Wiz was proud to make it out of Pittsburgh, and that's not a negative to Pittsburgh. Mm. Pittsburgh is tough in certain areas, and he was proud to make it out of it. Mac was proud to be from it, and Wiz is proud to be from it. Like, I don't mean that as any negative.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of people. I mean, you look at, what is it? Christina Aguilera, Michael Keaton, Jeff Goldblum, Joe Manganiello. There's a million people that are
Billy
coming out
Bardell.
of Pittsburgh. Billy Bardell. Mac he's the guy. Mm-hmm. Like, he was the guy, and it was close to home and tough. But yeah, him waving the terrible flag, Jesus Christ, the terrible towel on the sideline. I'm getting all flustered because of you. Amazing. It was iconic, and as yinzer as it gets.
Yeah, it's one of my it is crazy because, like, I think I was looking up clips earlier tonight. It was his Blue Slide Park tour when he came back to Pittsburgh. That was the concert I was at, and I remember being there. As soon as I saw the clip, I was like, "Oh shit, I remember this."
Yep.
At the end of the show, he's like, "I normally go into blah 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 song. Instead, I'm just happy to be home. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go." And he just let the crowd go. Like, that to me is awesome, and like, I'm glad that the team embraced it too. And, like,
agreed.
I was in the top 0.01% of Spotify listeners for Mac Miller back in 2021, I think. So, like, Mac Miller holds a very special place in my heart. So I had to throw.
It's a great pick.
This one on. He's worn several Steelers jerseys on the sidelines, not just Harrison, but Deke. It's a good one. Let's run through the recap here. Drake. A little surprised you didn't go with the Drake curse, just as, like, a funny jab.
This was nice. This was nice.
It was
made me
it was
happy.
nice. Yeah, it was positive. Selena Gomez, of course.
Big Selena Gomez guy.
Yeah, and then Vince Vaughn, which underrated comedic actor for sure, rocking just one of the better looking NHL jerseys without a doubt. Marky Mark, Snoop Dogg, and Mac Miller for myself. Like I said, I thought about Will Ferrell for USC. Had a few other ones in mind, but I think overall we hit it pretty good. So
Yeah, these are good. These are good examples of it.
yeah. So, Deke, anything else before we close out the show?
Yeah, just got a big issue with Foreigners rappers. That's all.
Yeah, I know that was the segment that we probably went on the longest
Biggest tangent. Yeah, fuck it. Oh well,
is what it is. But yep, Deke, let the people know what they can find you on at Thoughts from the Bench.
The internet. Monday night draft day, Tuesday night ranking scored this week. I'm covering for Vaughn. Thursday night, 2 beers deep. And we'll have a couple more shows starting up. Music League blogs are coming. And then we will have the betting show, Bruno paying ring back for Sundays as well. Pair that with, hopefully, we have a couple other videos coming out soon, but all over the interweb.
You don't have to tell me, but what are the other videos? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm building out the 12-team all-time NBA fantasy draft.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like to bring Beat the Bench back in some capacity, and there is an opportunity that I have a graphic designer working on a logo for my own show, but I need to obviously move a ton of shit around to try to make that work. So we'll see what happens.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I have something that I could bring up, but I'm not going to right now. So.
Deal.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Deke, thanks for filling in for Ben.
Sir.
This has been the Vault weekly